福生无量天尊. May the deities confer blessings upon you all. Hello, everyone, to all devout disciples and all subscribers and viewers. Welcome. This is your Master GongSun. In today's lesson on Taoist metaphysics, I will talk about the 10 heavenly stems, the 十大天干, and the 12 earthly branches, 十二地枝. Now, this is actually very important because you will see them showing up everywhere. It's in the 八字, 四处, the 8 characters, 4 pillars divination system. It's in traditional Chinese medicine. It's everywhere. Now, you don't actually have to memorize any of this because as you refer to the chart often enough, you will start to remember them automatically. So no need to consciously memorize. But you'll notice that the 10 heavenly stems, they have what? They have, not only do they have a yin or yang nature, but also one of the phases attached to it, or the elements, right? Wood, fire, earth, metal, water, right? Remember all that? So this I won't go over because it is kind of self-explanatory. I'll just tell you how to pronounce it all. So 甲、乙、丙、丁、戊、己、庚、辛、壬、癸. And you'll see that the Tiangan, or the heavenly stems, they're actually associated with the cycle of the sun, so it's very heliocentric, and it talks about, it's to do with its passage in the skies, whereas the earthly branches, the deeds, has to do with the earth and our revolution on our axis here on earth. So it has to do with life on earth only. So the branches, for those of us who are quick thinking, I mean, these stems would apply when we're out in outer space, but the branches here would not, right? They're Earth-centric only. And I'm sure you'll be very familiar with all of them because they're actually also associated with the 12 animals of the Chinese zodiac. So, and it also, we also combine it with the heavenly stems. So there's the year of the fire rat, for instance, or now here in the year 2026, we're in the year of the fire horse, right? So it's at any given moment, it has a combination of the phases and the animal as well. I'll give you a quick example. For example, we have, and it has to do with the hours too. So if you look at this, it's 子时, right? And this is actually the most yin period of the night. And it actually means a child or a seed. It has to do with the energy shooting forward and making things grow, right? So that's 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And that also has to do with the animal is the rat, the season is winter, and the direction is north. And you notice here how I have this polarity here, right? If this is the most yin time of night, then Wu, meaning noon actually, in the Mandarin language, is actually the most yang time of day. It's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., which if you think about it, makes perfect sense, right? It's high noon, the sun is directly overhead, versus the opposite, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is high midnight. And there, of course, is no sun unless, of course, you are in the far north or far south, north or south poles. So I will help you guys pronounce this a little bit, and we will learn more about this later on. So this is 子, 丑, 寅, 卯, 申, 巳, 午, 未, 申, 酉, 戌, 亥. So, again, you don't have to memorize any of this because there are always handy charts to refer to. But just know that the whole system has to do with measuring time, and it's related to the calendar. But at the same time, the earthly branches also have the earthly branches, the 十二地枝, have animals associated with it, and hours, and a direction, and even a season, and an element and polarity. So it has also something similar to what we saw earlier. So just like this one, 家 is young wood. 枝, for example, I haven't written down, but 枝 is also young water. All right, so no need to memorize any of this. Just look at it, look it over, become familiar with them, because you will need to refer to them quite often as we continue on with our study of Taoist magic. All right, this has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.